you know what? I'm only staying in the marriage for the kids. How many of you have heard that? Hello, my name is Kina. I am the TheOXperience. Welcome back to my channel, which is geared towards everything relationships, dating, and loving yourself in between. This video is the rules to dating a married man. Before we get into the information, I do want you to like this video. I do want you to smash your subscribe buttons. And of course, I do want you to comment down below. You've stumbled upon this video for a couple of different reasons. You're either dating a married man and you just really want to know the tea. Or you on here, you're being nosy, you've entertained, maybe dating a married man. Or you're married and you want to hear the advice that I'm giving. Probably the woman that your man may be cheating with. Listen, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to condone anything. I am just here to give rules of the game. Regardless if I do this video or not, cheating remains the same. It's not my fault that women entertain married men, nor am I condoning it like I said. So enough of that. Let's get into this information. Y'all ready? First rule of dating a married man. Prepare to be uncomfortable and on an emotional roller coaster the entire relationship. And what I mean by prepare to be uncomfortable, if his wife calls, or if he has to step out for long periods of time, or he doesn't call you back right away, you're gonna feel uncomfortable, right? You already know that there is another woman, so you acting shocked and surprised, save it. Because you signed up for the relationship, you already know that's what it is. Now, what I mean by being on an emotional roller coaster, if he has told you he has a wife, he may need to answer the phone calls or whatever in front of you, right? It's gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna be on an emotional roller coaster because I'm sure he just told you he loves you. And now he's on the phone with her, also telling her that he loves her as well. So the emotional roller coaster continues throughout the relationship. Prepare for it to be a bumpy ride. Moving on to number 2, have an end game. What I mean by having an end game is you need to know the purpose for this relationship. That's any relationship, right? But especially when dating a married man, you need to know what your end game is, how long this relationship is gonna last, what you're gonna actually get out of the relationship, and you need to have an exit strategy. That is most important, right? This guy is not gonna end up with you. Even though I know you've known somebody whose relationship, it happened this way. He was married at first, they were dating, now all of a sudden they're together, they're living in marital bliss, and everything is happy. That is very few and far between. Remember, this is reality, this is your situation, and 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna choose you in the end. So, have an end game. Number 3, know that he will never choose you. So continue to date. He will never, ever, ever choose you. I'm not gonna say ever, right? But it's slim chances that he's gonna choose you. So you need to be dating multiple people. You need to be dating someone else. Your loyalty does not need to be to this one man who was married to somebody else and whose loyalty is there first. His loyalty is not with you first. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he told you. I don't care that he's like, you know what? I'm only staying in the marriage for the kids. How many of you have heard that? That is a bold-faced lie. First of all, them kids don't even like him. Second of all, the wife is probably on her last string with him as well. So him saying that he's there for the kids, he like her. Trust. Men love their wives. I don't know why they downplay their wives. I would admire a man that tells me, you know what? I love my wife. I just like to mix it up. I like variety. But I love her. I'm never going to leave her. I'll have more respect for him. But for those of you dating married men that are saying that they're there for the kids, they're big fat liars. So, moving on. Have realistic expectations for the holidays. The holidays are major. For most people, he's never going to spend holidays with you. It doesn't matter if he's planned it in advance, he's made all these, plans and all these things, and he's telling you like, yes, she may be out of town, or, we're going to plan a getaway and I'm going to call it a business trip. I'm going to make it around the holidays. Those things very rarely ever happen. And you spending the holidays with him is slim to none. So his birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, prepare to be alone. Or prepare to be with your friends or family, because slim chances that you'll actually be with him because he already has plans. Trust me. Moving on. Know that if she ever finds out, he will definitely choose her. If she finds out that you exist, he will always choose her. Now, you're like, well, Keena, what if she finds out and then she puts him out? First of all, he may come and stay with you, but he's going to be begging to be back at home with his family. He loves her. This is who he's married. He's going to tell you whatever, but he's definitely trying to get back in that house. Trust and believe. And if she does put him out permanently, and you know what, she's pretty fed up, she's probably going to be like, yeah, I don't want him back. But he's definitely probably still not going to end up with you. You are a pit stop. You are a side chick. You are somebody that he is playing with to mix it up. Remember, typically men like the chase, they like the fantasy. So you becoming a reality all of a sudden doesn't seem so fun. Yeah, he's never gonna choose you. Moving right along. Have a birth control plan. You are messing with a married man. You are dating a married man. You are in a relationship with a married man. There is a possibility that if you guys, even if you're using protection, that you may wind up pregnant. This is an uncomfortable conversation for everybody, right? He's gonna tell you that if it was you in the beginning, he would have loved to have kids with you. Even if you've talked about it, he definitely doesn't want any outside kids. That is a given. All of you that are dating married men that are not on birth control plans, that do not use regular birth control and are only using condoms or the pull-out method and praying that a baby doesn't appear, you guys are playing Russian roulette, and I feel bad for you because this is how things happen that can be avoided. And you're both adults. You guys know that this will complicate things like times 100. So why would you even take the chance? And I know some of you are thinking, Keena, I would never get on birth control. You're crazy. Because if that's the case and you're walking so much moral high ground, why are you even dating a married man? Get off your high horse. Get on birth control, people. I don't have to say this again. I'm moving on. If you see him out in public, please keep walking. Act like he doesn't exist. You don't know him. Don't make it awkward. I don't know how else to say this, but yeah, you don't know him. You've never seen him, and that's that. Like if you see him out with his family, his wife, anybody that looks like they could be related to him, you don't exist. I don't care if you guys are in the same aisle at the grocery store. You need to continue to push your cart and be on your merry way. Because guess what? He's going to act like he doesn't know you. So you need to act like you don't know him. And that's just the bottom line. You're dating a married man. He has an entire family. And guess what? He has an entirely different life that you know nothing about. Even if you're like, Keena, I talk to him every day. I know everything that he does. I know his every move. No, you don't. Because if you did, his wife would know too. And she would know about you. So you don't know his every move. They're very cunning, very sly, these married men. So, yeah. You see him out in public, you don't know him. You don't know him, he's going to act like he doesn't know you. And that's the bottom line. Moving on. Do not try to convince him that you're perfect for him and that you're better than his wife. He thinks he's made the best decision of his life by marrying his wife. I do not care that he comes and he vents to you about her. I don't care that he says he can't stand her. I don't care if he's giving you the I'm only there for the kids spiel. No, I don't care. He doesn't want you to mention her, talk about her, or convince him that he's made a mistake and it should have been you. He'll entertain it for a small time, but you keep bringing it up over and over and over again. He doesn't care about that. He's kind of tired of hearing about it, and he knows he's made a good decision with his wife. Maybe he wished he would have met you first, but he didn't. It is what it is, and he's like, stop talking about it. I don't want to keep talking about it. So never try to convince him that you're the one. Remember, have an end game. Next, you have open dialogue. Never, ever, ever have open dialogue about his wife or his kids. I prefer you don't even talk about them, period. Even if he wants to have dialogue about them, never have dialogue about his wife, his kids in a positive light or in a negative light, but especially in a negative light, right? Even if you're bringing them up in general conversation, he's probably like, I don't want to talk about it. Because he's only going to want to talk about it when he feels like he wants to talk about it. Any other time, he's going to be like, I don't want to talk about it. So never, ever, ever, ever bring up his wife or his kids in a bad context. That's it. Next, do not introduce him to your family or your children. That is a given. You're introducing a married man with an entirely different family to your family or your children. That is complicated. If your son, your daughter falls in love with this man and now he's gone, because he's gonna leave eventually. And now what are you gonna do? Explain that he had a whole nother family? What if your family sees your supposed to be boyfriend out with another woman? They might clown him. And then you're like, oh my God, he's married. But they're not gonna remember he's married, or your family's gonna look down on you like, saying your married boyfriend out with his wife. They're gonna clown you. So either way, he is off limits to meeting your family and or kids. Kids are more sensitive than family. But yeah, I shouldn't have to tell you this. Like, he's your secret, you're his secret. You guys can live your secret lives in secret. And that's it. So, those are my tips to dating a married man. And I know you're like, Kina, there has to be more. I know there are more. I have some. Guess what? If you have some, leave the comments down below. If you want to say them in private, please DM me. My Instagram is up top. And until next time, I love you guys. Be safe.